Rowdy Hardy is certainly one of the best pitchers to ever toe the rubber for the Governors. You have to consider Sean Kelly, and then you look at the guys that went on and did well in the majors, to include Jamie Cat Walker, George Sherrill, Matt Reynolds, but you have to put Rowdy Hardy up there with them. He got everything out of his body that he could possibly get out. He leads this program in terms of wins, a two-time All-American, an Ohio Valley Conference Pitcher of the Year. Everything he could give you, Rowdy Hardy gave you every time he took the mound. He made the Governors a better team when he was out there.
I just think his everyday routine, I mean, he would be ready to toe the rubber and just get after it. As soon as he stepped onto the field, I mean, he was ready to win, find a way to win. He knew how to execute his game and his pitches. Sometimes he didn't go just off of a scouting report of what a certain guy could or couldn't do, but he really focused on what his strengths were.
Well, for 3 years, Sean Kelly and Rowdy Hardy were teammates. And if you look at the career list for Austin Peay, you will see Sean Kelly and Rowdy Hardy leading in terms of career innings pitched and career strikeouts. 298 for Sean, 255 strikeouts for Rowdy Hardy. Rowdy Hardy, being the older of the two players, I think set the tone for Sean Kelly, who came along and followed in the footsteps. He could see what pitching was about by simply watching Rowdy Hardy.
A two-time All-American, Hardy and Sean Kelly were a dynamite 1-2 punch at the head of the Austin Peay rotation.
As far as those two go, I think they fed off of each other. They were, just competitive athletes, competitive baseball players, always wanted to, win and prove to be the best. But I think anybody within a pitching staff or even position players, middle infielders, you're competing against the next guy because you want to prove that you're better. So yes, they were teammates, but I think they were competitors to try and one-up each other sometimes.
We had such a great bond and friendship and a competitiveness that kind of drove us both to push each other. And we tried to set the tone by our example. And obviously he came in at a junior college and, had a little bit more established track record than I did. And I tried to just do as good or better than he did every time I went out, and I know he did the same, and it caused us both to just be so competitive, and I learned a lot from him about his mental aspect and competing, and he really taught me a lot just going out there and taking the ball and basically just wanting to finish every game he started. And I learned so much from just watching him go about his business his first year there, because I was still kind of developing into a college pitcher. So it was a tremendous friendship and bond that we had, and it was a pretty special few years.
Following his Austin Peay career, Hardy embarked on a 6-year minor league career, first in the Kansas City Royals organization, and then with the Atlanta Braves farm system, reaching the AAA level.
Rowdy Hardy stood out because of the way he went about his work on the mound. He was all business when he was out there. He got everything out of his body that he could possibly get out of his body pitching the baseball. He had pinpoint control, great slider, great changeup, and he could spot the ball whenever he needed to. When you're looking at gamers on the mound for Austin Peay, and you're assembling one of the best staffs that you can possibly assemble, you have to think about Rowdy Hardy.